Tantor Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents The Strange Career of William Ellis, the Texas Slave Who Became a Mexican Millionaire, by Karl Jacoby. Narrated by J.D. Jackson. Why should the world be overwise in counting all our tears and sighs? Nay, let them only see us while we wear the mask. Paul Laurence Dunbar. Uno vive durante el día una autobiografía que escribe en las noches previas. Paco Ignacio Taibo II. To survive the borderlands, you must live sin fronteras, be a crossroads. Gloria Anzaldúa. Prologue. Through History's Cracks. In 1909, the fastest way to make the 3,000-mile journey from Mexico City to Manhattan was via the Ferrocarriles Nacionales de Mexico's Aztec Limited. New York-bound passengers boarded the train in the evening at Buena Vista Station, located just a short streetcar ride away from the Mexican capital's bustling central plazas. After picking their way through the vendors, who thronged the station offering everything from newspapers to tamales, ticket holders settled into all the comforts that first-class travel at the dawn of the 20th century could provide. Fully stocked library, smoking room, buffet cars serving multi-course meals, and Pullman sleepers with private compartments and beds. As the train steamed its way north, and night gave way to the first light of a new day, the vista rolling by the windows slowly began to shift. In place of colonial cities with Baroque cathedrals and cobblestone streets, passengers could glimpse haciendas with lowing herds of cattle and long rows of agave plants, then the dusty, far-flung villages, rugged mountains, and forbidding deserts of the Mexican north. Near noon on their third day aboard the Aztec Limited, travelers reached the international borderline. Here, the twin settlements of Ciudad Porfirio Diaz and Eagle Pass faced one another across the river known alternatively as the Rio Grande and the Rio Bravo del Norte, depending on whether one followed U.S. or Mexican practice. Despite such squabbles over terminology, for much of the 19th century, the residents of these isolated communities had interacted more with one another than with the outside world, shuttling back and forth across the shallow blue-green waters dividing their respective nations via a flat-bottomed ferry. With the coming of the railroad in 1882, however, this venerable ferry service found itself supplanted by the new iron bridge that enabled that marvel of the industrial age, the steam-powered engine, to complete the journey from Mexico to the United States in just a few revolutions of its piston-driven wheels. The railroad remade the geography of Eagle Pass and other border towns along the Rio Bravo del Norte, such as Laredo and El Paso, in other ways, too. Almost overnight, these remote outposts at the periphery of the nation were transformed, in the language of the day, to gateways between North America's two sister republics. For the passengers aboard the Aztec Limited, crossing the border was at once routine, yet momentous. After the train journeyed across the bridge spanning the Rio Grande and pulled into the one-story depot on the eastern edge of Eagle Pass, agents of the recently created U.S. Department of Commerce and Labor, dressed in their regulation dark blue uniforms with brass buttons, climbed aboard to inspect the passengers and their luggage. Agents evinced no interest in narcotics like heroin, marijuana, or cocaine, all legal in 1909, but sought instead imported delicacies. In an era of high tariffs and no income tax, the federal government raised the bulk of its revenue through duties on luxuries such as lace, silk, jewels, watches, and cigars. Next, in a measure that spoke volumes as to the border's role in establishing personal identity as well as national territory, these same agents compiled.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?